He did a thing. He bit Alma. Effectively done that. That's also a dick move. So, I mean, it has two other moves. One of them is way too strong. The other one, I mean, no, I'm talking about for like depending on what happens in this next turn. Yeah, yeah. Jay. Okay, that will hit. Um, you're not keying damage. Good. Fuck. You are correct. I'll say, I'll say, sorry. I'll say, sorry. I'll say, I put damage base for the map as status. Um, yeah. Apologies. Yeah. Let me fix that. Sorry. I should not say. It's a. And I'll say, go ahead and put it on the physical, but I'll say, um, and I'll say, yeah, put it in the special. I'll write special. Yeah, sorry. Okay, cool. You will hit slice. No, there's no circle. I'll say, I'll say, yeah, and I'll say there is no so you basically deduct your damage from Pokemon's level, from its level, and how much aura it has left. Every time it gets hit, it loses a little bit of aura, but when you hit it with the sword using Purge, it takes even more of it. So you basically directly attack its level. It does not get a soak because its aura doesn't exactly have like defense or special defense to it. So I subtract your damage from a different pool. I thought I mentioned that. I mentioned. I was like, yeah, you attack it directly. I'll say it's written in the thing. It's like, yeah, yeah. Sorry, but yeah, yeah. You this way you do not harm the Pokemon. You are only um. I'll say you basically carving through what is afflicting you. It's part of the initial paragraph that's written on the thing, slicing through the darkness. Upside, the world's filled with these things. Well, I say, well, part of the campaign is saving these Pokemon afflicted with this. Okay. Um, you must say taking your spirit sword as you slice into it, slicing across it. Must say slicing across it. There's a momentary pause as this white streak of light goes across it with your slash. How do you want to do this? Okay. Slashing through it as the darkness, as you can almost hear this aura around it scream as it, as it breaks off of it, goes flying into the air and shatters. Um, um, no, but thankfully, Laxus has made him a meal. Okay. You must say it breaks the must say breaking the ore off of it. The Snorlax falls backwards on his butt. Um, is still conscious, but looks kind of confused. It's like snore, bonk. It just gets hit with a heavy ball. I need you to roll. Da, 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 yes. Let's see. Weight class. Where is weight class? Oh, of course it doesn't fucking say what his weight class is, and I'll say is yeah. I must say it allows me to do the modifier, so I'm working on that part. Paralyzed is down to that. Oh, I thought. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. Go ahead and roll that D100. Okay. All right. With everything that you've done and the status conditions that it had, you had to roll less than a 97. I think it was. Because when you don't, then it would have been needed. So better to go overboard than to waste something like I did. All right. Now, here's a must say here's the thing. I know it's a big bastard. Are you keeping it, or are you just releasing it somewhere else? Yeah, in which case I will export a sheet. Do you plan on using it, or do you just plan on keeping it in your box? Okay, cool. I will send you the sheet. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if this is going to stay in a box until if this is going to be like Ash's Tauros or something. Yeah, because I was like, huh. I'm like, I wonder if Tristan even wants this thing because I was like, it's not cute and it's not small. Yeah, I halfway thought she would have used like a Munchlax system. Okay, let's see. Where is it? There we go. Uh, after you capture him, the area I'll say, you slowly start to see like light start coming back to at least this area from where he was sitting. Roughly in about you'd say about a 30-meter radius, you can see light starting to come back to this area. Almost as if he was the source of the darkness that was in this specific area. Um, okay, case, uh, having succeeded at, I must say, at this task, Katie's gonna run over to you, Linus. Oh my god, that was so amazing how you defeated that thing. And she grabs a hold of your arm while you're in the middle of cooking. You said what? Oh yeah, you I must say you and your Pokemon. And I'll say she's gonna look at my day. She's like, oh yeah, and thanks for your help. And I'll say, I'll say, Sienna's gonna look over at you. She's like, huh, James, kind of surprised. Well, that you caught such a big one. Thought you were more into, adorable, but I guess technically he does make a nice pillow in the emergency situation. So yeah, I mean, good range ring, portable bed. I said, there you go. You got a portable heater, portable bed, portable refrigerator. I said, oh, she's gonna be like, oh, like, no, think about it. You got a pretty, I said, you got a pretty good, I said, you got a pretty good, roster going right here. Okay. In which case, are you guys going to continue onwards? Okay. You've been walking for about a solid 3 hours, so it's about afternoon right now. The deeper that you walk into these woods, you notice that, I'll say, you do start to notice that your electronics seem to be acting rather wonky. Seems to be acting a bit wonky, as if, I'll say, kind of giving off, I'll say, almost as if like this darkness is actively messing with your, I'll say, seems to be actively messing with whatever the you it's basically disrupting your signal. It's not like causing it to go off, but you do not seem to be able to access the internet or any sort of wireless signal. It's not like you're looking at your screens going crazy. Yeah. It's based on yeah, I'm gonna say you do not seem to be able to access the internet. You have like no signal out here. And with I'm not saying with the canvas of this woods being dark, pretty much only seem to have information about whatever the last thing was before you walked in here. Okay. As you guys continue walking, you will, I'm gonna say, as you continue walking, you will come into a clearing where you can see that the sky, I'm gonna say, you do see like a bright light that seems to be shining down. Um, so you do see a bright light that seems to be shining down despite the darkness here. Up ahead, probably about like about 50 meters ahead. From what you can see, it looks as if the darkness is trying to get closer, but I'll say, but the darkness, I'll say, whatever this dark mist is, seems to keep hitting this like beam of light that is coming down and is getting eradicated every time that it attempts to touch it. Um, I'll say, all right, are you continuing towards this light in the woods? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Um, all right. So as you guys are making your way towards it. You can see through the light that I'm gonna say you can see through the light that the trees seem to be unaffected by what's going on here. I'll say inside the light, everything seems to be normal. Actually, life seems to be blossoming to a ridiculous extent. Do you walk through the light? Who are you talking about? Um, Katie looks. Katie looks. She looks astonished. Looking at her, you can tell she looks pretty astonished. I say she is not pretending. She is definitely like, oh wow, wow. Yeah, there's not much for her to pretend that I say there's nothing much for her to be like, oh yeah, um, she's definitely like, wow, this is definitely. Where did I put? Yes, the sun. It, it seems to be very, very bright though. I must say, look, I must say, it seems to be brighter than it should be. It's almost as if like this sunlight, it's bright, but it's not like hot or burning. It's um almost um you'd almost assume that like um uh there's not I must say there's not much to must say, there's not much to actually compare it to, but you almost say that it was like a holy light. Um, there is, I must say, there does seem to be a rather large tree that you can see in the distance. That the light seems to be shining down on the most. Um, and you can even see it above the tree line. You would assume that this tree is somewhere between, based on how tall it appears to be and how far away you can see it. This tree is probably around 300 feet tall. And I'll say, yeah, it's around about 300 feet. It's roughly around about 300 feet tall. I'll say, based on what you can see, um, I'll say the branches appear to make it look even larger, but the trunk you would say is about I say the trunk of it seems to be um say about 60 feet in diameter, and it seems to have thousands and thousands of branches sticking out of it. All right. Do you start making your way towards the tree? Okay, making your way to the I'll say making your way to the tree. You will finally make it around the base of it. And, okay, as you make your way to the base of it, you will come across. I'll say you will come across. You will hear a familiar growling noise. Um, Same growling noise that you. I'll say the same growling noise that you heard when you first came across the dog that you ran into. Yeah. As you will see these little guys pop up, I'll say scamper to flank the tree as this one comes from between a set of roots and rocks. Um, um, they seem to be incredibly hostile. They must say, from what you can tell, they are viewing you. I'll say, looking at them, they are obviously viewing you as threats to the tree. All right. So you are, I'll say, you are attempting to talk to them. Are you channeling them, or are you just like okay? Um, okay. Channeling them. When Lattice said these ones look really cute, um, I'm gonna say, yes, they are very cute. Um, as you might say, channeling them, you can sense how strong they are. Similar, I must say, similar to Harold. Their appearance does not match their level. Um, they must say they seem to be ridiculously strong, but their power seems artificial. Yeah, they seem to be must say seems to be artificial. The one in must say the pack leader, for lack of a better term, his power actually seems to be normal. Must say his power actually seems to be his, but well hers. Must say the power actually seems to be hers, but his does not seem to be special. Um, the leader, you were with must say you're with that farmer, aren't you? That dog, must say that dog has been attempting to must say, enter these woods. No one is allowed here. I must say here. I must say the I must say the I must say this area. I must say this area is sacred. This area is sacred. I must say not only it must say it is our territory, and it is I must say it is our territory, and it is my duty and the duty of my children to protect it. Some must say must say a person who looks must say a person one of your kind came through and brought this darkness. It's gonna look behind you. There's still darkness in the woods behind you. Um, Still, I'll say the darkness persists, and your kind brought it. I'll say he came to steal. I'll say he came to steal from the tree, and I'll say he came to steal from the tree. Sad as it is to say, I was bested in combat by him, but the guardian defeated him. and guard, I say the guardian drove him away, and the guardian, I say the guardian only arrived, I say the guardian only arrives to defend and to come before those who were worthy. The darkness, see, I say, I say the Snorlax that you guys took down. He seemed to he wasn't the source. The darkness just kind of seems to be around here. It just is here now. Um, it, well, there is no source. Is what you got. There doesn't seem to be a source. It's just kind of for lack of. It seems to kind of be like a cloud that is lingering over this. I must say, and yeah, but it doesn't seem to have like a source. It's almost like a it's almost like a miasma was placed around this area with no actual source. It just kind of is lingering here and sitting here. I must say the Snorlax was a source of it. Once something is infected with it, then it becomes a perpetual source of it. But since you got rid of it from the Snorlax, that, like I said, roughly like a 30-meter area seemed to be, purged of it, and it seemed to just kind of be like drifting apart from it. Um, if you think that will, I must say, if you think that will atone for the crimes of your people, what do you need? I must say, what do you need with the sacred berry? Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Very well then. If you truly believe yourself capable, then then I'm expecting you to be able to prove your worth. Who is your champ? Who is the champion amongst you? Okay. I'll say, which you step forward. She's going to take a step back. I say he's going to say I say the I say the I say the Mycena will say bring forth. I must say bring forth the one in need. I must say bring forth the one in need. Um, the Statland will slouch forward. It's like, oh, still kind of sickly. Doesn't look to be in the best shape, but it does look it does look like it can go, but you're not exactly sure. Um, I say the Mightina will crouch and get in a pose. Now I'll say it will say now it was like now my brethren, show me your I must say show me your will to survive. Champion, you will command this Pokemon in battle. This Tableau's gonna huh? It's gonna look back at you like, huh? Yep. It is at full health and is just suffering from a debilitating disease. That, yes, it is a plot. Um, um, no, not that. Its nature is sick, as far as you can tell. You didn't roll high enough. But see, I say you're like, I wonder what his nature is. It's like, just like he lets off a couple of coughs. He's like, nature's dreamy. It will eat the food. You'll see its tail wag. It's a bit happier. Yes. Yep. Hmm. Okay. Do you get my say? Do you want to do anything to try to communicate what its moveset is? Okay. Okay. So, I will tell you some of the. I'll say. Remember, this is a fun. Right? Okay. Okay. These are smooths. Right? It's allowing you to get ready with your champion. You would assume that it's not willing to wait for too long because it doesn't seem to want you here, but you have probably about, I must say, you can tell that you probably have about like a solid minute before this thing starts to get like aggravated. Alrighty. Okay, let me look at his stats. And that is defense. And then Huh. Okay. Okay. Sending. Go. Glasses. And okay. I can tell you what they are if you want. Is that one? I must say, is that one? I say, I can tell you right now. Odor Sleuth allows the must say swift action allows for normal type and fighting type moves to affect ghost types, and allows you to see through illusion ability and anything with an illusion keyword. Helping Hand, I believe you used that before, but you don't have anyone to Helping Hand, so Helping Hand is kind of useless technically. So it's Odor Sleuth. From what you can see, by the way, Tristan, look, I'll say towards the tree, you do surprisingly only notice one fruit. Yeah, it seems to be it seems to be the only fruit on the tree. Um, you do notice it, and this is what you see. You are, I'll say, based on the way that I'll say you're a ranger. You're very familiar with berries. This berry seems to be the only berry, not like the only berry left, but the only fruit that this tree has produced. So this one berry seems to be it. Okay. Let me know whenever you're ready, David. I say, yeah, I can. I say yes, you will be. I say, you can. I say, if you want, you can roll them. If you want, I can roll them. Up to you. Okay. I'll take completion. I can get. I say, I can give. Consider. I say, yeah, considering that he. I say, considering that he gave you. Considering that you're using Pokemania, that makes sense that you. It makes sense that you would have his sheet. Uh, yeah. Well, um, hold up. I can send you his sheet. Uh, there you go. Yeah. I mean, it should open up as a text. It should open up as a, if you just double click, it should open up as a text file. At least it does on my computer. It should just open up. Hmm? No, that's just kind of came with it. That's just something that came with it. Uh, okay. 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 Um, let's say it will also get ready by mm, the Mightina will say, I'll say, I'll say, since you're all connected, I will make this quick. As it uses howl, and I'll say, as you see this aura begin to radiate off of it, as the I said the ground starts rocking, or the ground starts shaking around it from its incredibly loud howling. Okay, and Mightina boosts his stats as well from workup. Okay, so both of you basically just spent this round doing DBZ charge ups. Right, your turn again, Alexis. Yeah, okay. Um, it this dog, you're from what you can tell, it seems to be willing to. You're getting. I'll say this dog is pretty much willing to go for broke. So even if it can't do it, it's definitely willing to try. Okay. Um, it's hilarious because the text file will. I believe the text file will tell you what the evasion is. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, I'm also yeah. It doesn't mention in the tech, and it doesn't mention. Also, I have to do it man. I have to figure it out manually in OK Genesis because it doesn't tell you either. I pretty much just have to do like OK divisible by 5 and figure it out. Oh well, yeah. I'm gonna say so for your Stoutland, speed is 14, so that would be 2 for speed. And defense would be +3. Special defense, Jesus Christ. Special defense would be +5. So if you're dodging a special attack, it's +7. If you're dodging a physical attack, it's +5. That's a +8 to, and I believe he's channeling you, right? Mighty. Okay, cool. Cool. In this case, Myzina will try to beat Stoutland to the punch. Head over here, basically run up into his face, opening its maw, attempting to bite down. I'll say attempting to bite down on its mane with a punch attack. What is I'll say physical defense is, you said you get +1. You get 6. Okay. I'll say, are you doing anything? Are you doing anything funky with your connection, Kristen? Asking about. I'm just making sure while I calculate this. Okay. 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 Crunch. 51 dark damage. Yeah, that's after. That's 19 minus 2 and 6. You are normal, so dark is just normal, just flat. They never said anything about it. It crunches down into Stoutland's back. The dog will let out a loud, I'll say a loud yelp. And Stoutland, I'll say, as he picks up the stick and hurls it, and I'll say hurls it at Mightyena. I will let you do one of two things for this. say if you're using the environment to your advantage, you can either count this stick as an attack and roll to attack, or or you can I say I say you can do. I will let you do one of three things. You can either throw the stick right now, and we can figure. I say you can roll to hit and do damage. Two, you can throw the stick, and it can count as a distraction for the next round, and it will give you. I say, and I will give you a +5 to hit. Or I will count it at. I say I will count it as. I say I will count it as a distraction, and if you land your next attack, you can increase the damage base by two. Okay. All right. Stoutland will pick up the stick, hurling it. Must say hurling it at Mighty Nina. Calls it. Must say as it ducks out of the way, a bit confused at this must say a bit confused at this awkward. I said this awkward form of fighting. Lattice. Considering that you did tell it what to do for 2 rounds straight, you technically can heal him if you want, and he's still going to go in for the attack like you had mentioned. Oh, okay. Stoutland will recover. I say the wound will heal up. I say the wound will heal up on Stoutland. Um, does seem. I say still seems to be moving a little sluggish due to the issue that he's dealing with, but definitely seems to be trying to work through it. Okay. Itina does not have that many moves. Um, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try and use a stats move as I try to utilize all the moves on the sheet. On this. It doesn't work anyway. Um, it tries to reach over and swipe the potion out of your hand before you can give it to Stoutland, but seems to be unable to do it. As you as he is unable to do it, as you as a champion trainer have the swiftness of motion to be able to like, not today, just snatch it away. That's that one. I say your attack will +5. See. Crunch. All right. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Or this is sad, but she still hit. Yeah, weird. Right, so um, well, like I said, for farm. Oh, oh, wait, you talking about Snorlax or? I thought you were talking about. Just like that's all. I was like, man, I was like, what am I supposed to do in this? I was like, I was looking at Giga Impact. I was like, man, that is ridiculous. I was like, if I hit them with that, it's gonna kill everyone. Like damage base 17. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? And then it's smite, so even if I miss, it's still gonna fucking take people out. Yeah. I was saying she doesn't have the thing where you can do it for like cheaper yet. Um, I can look it up. I remember seeing it, but I can't remember which city they're in. I mean, this is a sandbox, so you guys can backtrack and go find them if you want. All right. Um, Lattice. Your turn. Your turn, Lattice. Fortunately, this thing doesn't have that many moves. Yeah, this Pokemon was like I shuffled. When I say the sad thing is, I shuffled through this Pokemon. I shuffled through this Pokemon's move list, and I created myself. I did the auto generator like 15 times, and this was the best set of moves I could get for it, and it still sucked. It was just determined. It was like, hey, if you make this at this level, it is going to have this. It is going to have these moves. I'm like, I don't need Odor Sleuth. It is awesome, yes, but it's only awesome when you're fighting against ghosts. It's confusing. I'm like, why, it's like, why do I have? It was like, why does he have Odor Sleuth if he's a Dark type Pokemon? And Dark type moves are super effective against fucking ghosts. He doesn't have any normal moves. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any normal moves. He doesn't have any fighting moves. And one of his abilities already offsets the concept of being able to see through illusions. So Odor Sleuth is completely fucking useless. It's like, oh, sweet, you see through illusions. Ability, you can see through illusions. I'm like about needing a move tutor. Gotcha. All right. As you are going for a dirty trick low blow, is going to go for a dirty trick of his own as its paw rears back as it appears to try to throw, as it appears to try to swing its left paw at you, but it comes with a dirty uppercut, a sucker punch. Let me see. I do not. It has an AC. Sucker punch. Actually, you have to roll to hit. I think you're talking about There's another dark type move that can't. I can't. But sucker punch is the move that can be used as an interrupt, where I can hit you with it before you hit me from it. But since he moves before you, then there's so that is a 4 after the 6. It's physical. All of his moves are physical. Physical, status, status, self, status, struggle. Yep, everything's physical. And Chandler would have made like the end of Matt's game like fucking ridiculous. Uh, that's right. He was only channeling his Pokemon. I forgot. Yeah. That does work. You do hit with it. Okay. I think it's time to. Yeah. Okay. You. I'm gonna say just did that. So glasses. Okay. Stoutland, come on, say Stoutland heal. Come on, say Stout. He goes for the sucker punch. Stoutland takes that sucker punch rotates his body around, rolls with the punch, and kicks back with his back heels, kicking Mighty Ina in what I'll say in what four kids will say is the gut as it doubles over and falls on the ground. And I'll say as his eyes just kind of go cross-eyed. Ah. Um, and I'll say you'll see Alma go ooh. Harold seems to be Harold seems to be aggressively cheering on this level of barbaric violence. You can be like, yeah, Harold's like, yeah, yeah, hit him again. While he's down, get him. Everything. Um, yeah, as long as you make the AC, then technically you will hit. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oof. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. As it must say, while it's on the ground, it will tumble back like take down. All right. So you take one third. Okay. So it took 32 points of damage. So 11. How's Stoutland looking? Okay. Okay. Um, mm, it is going to stand up. Such dirty tactics. You are not worthy. Masa, you are not worthy of the fruit. You, Masa, you and your pathetic family. Um, doesn't matter what you're saying. Stoutland is pissed at this. Um, this Mase, saying Mase effectively implying that he is indeed not the goodest boy, has proven to get to Stoutland. The taunt was effective. Stoutland is enraged. And I'm trying to see where enraged comes from. Um, yeah, pretty much can't do anything but attack. Right. Um, okay, Lattice. All right, that one's turn. Should just be able to press up. I mean, you should be able to like press up about 3 times, and you should be able to get back to your thing for crunch. So that's normally what I do. So I just press up into like the previous thing I typed in, pops up in the box. You're still suffering from the effects of vulnerable, so yes. Yeah, which is now. Yeah. Okay. Chomping down. Um, I must say, take a significant. I must say, Stoutland bites into him a bit more fiercely this time. He's like, I grow sick of your bravado. Ah! As it comes in with its own crunch. It bites down on Mitina's neck, and Mitina will turn around and bite down on Stoutland's neck. Pokemon aren't meant to fight, not like this. Speed resets. That's consider yours for. Okay. Right. Well, technically goes first before you anyway, but I'll say he went. He went. I'll say yeah. He went at the end of the he went at the end of that round, and then it reset. So he's got his AC back. I'll say he's got his speed. So, let's see. Any other move I can use? Nope. 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 Um, he will howl again to raise his attack even more. We'll finish you off. Okay. You go for the takedown. The takedown does not succeed as he darts towards him. He's able to sidestep it. Okay. But it is your turn. Up to you. I'm like, do you want to heal him? I don't know what sort of shape he's in. Do you think you can take another hit? Yeah. Okay. 7 versus 15. What's that 7 versus 15? Oh, what's the 15 for? Okay. They said, okay, let's see. He used crunch. He howled. He's going to attempt to sucker punch again.
They have a general feature advantage thingy you can take for that. Yeah, it's the one that comes after Commander's voice.
Okay. Okay. You are lucky that you are lucky that embargo didn't work earlier. Yeah. Embargo. The target cannot use or benefit from held items for the remainder of the encounter. You tried to use it earlier. It didn't work. And the only way you can get rid of it is if you use it on someone else. But since it's 1-on-1, that would have been the end of it. But that was the one thing he missed with this entire fight. So worked out well. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. You go for the crunch. It does not connect. I said, trip opposed acrobatics. Was that something that you were trying to do? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. And I assume you're not. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Your turn again. I can't remember. Are you going to try and heal them, or are you just going to like keep going, or what do you? Okay. He is going. It's about to be Stoutland's turn. He's just gonna howl and raise his attack power again because he doesn't have that many moves. I refuse to let him waste a turn sniffing at you. Physical. See. Um, yeah, if that was anything else, it would have. I'll say that does miss stuff. I say that takedown flies right by him. Misses. All right. Glasses, your turn again. Okay. Let's see. All right. Just howled. So, what else can I do? Can I do anything else? Because I really hate cycling between punch and sucker punch. It can struggle. Sure, why not? I'll say for the sake of variety. I actually have to key this in because I need to see how much um, 1d8. Okay. Okay, you struggled, otherwise I would have. Okay. It will take a frustrated claw swipe at you and will miss. Okay, let's that one go for a final attack. If this doesn't do it, I'm just go ahead and call it for the night and we'll pick it back up next time. Oh god damn it. Oh god. Okay. Oh, Linus. We're just gonna cycle back and forth between takedown and crunch then. Alright. Is that what we're gonna keep doing? Okay. He's gonna go ahead and go for crunch again. Okay, so now we're all just missing. Okay, it's infectious. You hit. Okay. Um, okay, he is looking really rough. Okay. Ace, gonna come at you with a sucker punch. Man, that damage would have been a bitch. Would that have knocked you out if it hit? Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do struggle. Man, yeah, I've turned into David now. I can't. That is 4 attacks in a row. That just missed. Oh god. You will. It doesn't matter as Stoutland bites down into it. I'll say bites down into it. The Mightyena tries to shake him off, but the enraged Stoutland will grab him by the neck, lift him in the air, fling him. Will grab him by the neck, swing him. Swing him around in a circle up in the air and slam him down onto the ground. The dust will settle, and the Mightyena will be on the ground with swirly eyes. Okay. Um, Stoutland, after the fight, must say after the fight, the rage subsides and Stoutland falls over on the ground. He seems to be having struggle. I must say, yeah, you can see he is having troubles. I must say, he seems to be having trouble breathing. Yes. Okay. Um, Stoutland is not doing so good. Um, you can tell that I'll say you can tell this fight took a lot out of him. Um, he is on the verge of no longer being with you. The Mytina is unconscious. The other Puccinas seem to be the other Puccinas seem to be kind of confused as to what's going on. Um, um, let's say Harold's going to look. Is it within his range? What's the range on that? Okay. You will hear the ground rumbling over in this general direction. As you see these trees start to move and shuffle, and the ground as the ground starts to move, and the trees start to raise out of the ground. The mountain, I'll say, the mountainous rock face seems to be lifting out of the ground itself as the trees are raising with it. Um, as this, I must say, as along with it, you will see this, I must say, this large stone figure take shape. As it will slowly start walking over here, it will look down at the Mightyena and it will tap it with it. It will tap it with one of its fingers as it seems to revive and wake up. It will quietly walk over here to the tree, reach up with its rather long arm, and more gracefully than you'd expect, pluck this one berry from the tree. As it starts making its way down, the Mightyena will move out of the way as it walks over to your crew and stands over top of Stoutland. Um, Jay, you are getting the general sense that is looking in your direction, even though you don't see eyes. You can just hear something that sounds like breathing coming from it, but it seems to be holding the berry out in above like Stoutland, and is technically just waiting for you. Okay. Um, you jump to reach it because roughly about like 10 feet. Mouse is about like 10 feet off the ground, even at the height that is at. As you take the berry, um, it will stand there motionless, like a golem. Um, and you prepare the berry and you give it to Stoutland. First, there's nothing, nothing. Then you see its body glow. I must say, you see its body glow with with a radiant aura, similar to the light that's shining down from this area. As he wakes up, seemingly health completely restored. This creature, seeming satisfied, will begin walking back over towards this mountain, towards this cliff face. The must say the pack will kind of like kneel, and must say will kind of kneel before it, and must say as it goes down to one knee and sinks back down into the ground. Must say as it sinks back down into the ground, the trees and foliage and rocks that were right there retaking its shape. The mighty, after it is gone, the guardian has deemed you worthy, it seems. Champion, you have bested me in combat. You are indeed, must say, you are indeed someone to be watched. I must hone my skills. To have been defeated by two of you in such short order is quite a blow to my ego. Um, I say it will look towards Stoutland. Your family is lucky to have you. I must say, your family is lucky to have you. It will look towards the rest of you. Now you must leave this area and tell no one of what you found here. The darkness will not be our concern for much longer. The guardian must I'll say the guardian. I'll say the guardian has chosen to relocate this area. This problem was created by humans. We trust that you will fix this. But this tree must thrive so that the sacred berry can grow once more. But I must say, and when this problem is fixed, the tree will return. Until then, the I must say the mighty will say it will say it's like I am unaware. This I must say this is a problem that was caused by the humans. and therefore it must be remedied by the humans. I must say, I know nothing of what caused it. I only know that we try not, must say, um, I do not know how you, I don't know, must, I do not know about you, but traveling into the darkness is very dangerous for me and my path. Oh, no, no, no. There is a quest, but just like you said, we are busy protecting the tree. Going out into the darkness could corrupt us. So we try our best to not get. The, the quest is the darkness. You must say asking them, they're like, we haven't exactly, perused the darkness to find out what's worse. They're just like, it's all bad. And this is the one good safe space. So the okay. There, I'll say there. You will find out what's going on in a minute. So that's what I can put it. I'm sorry. I was like because they're like you don't know what's worse. It's kind of like it's kind of effectively asking them is like, hey, did you hear those gunshots go off outside? Yeah. Do you know where they're coming from? No, I just know there's gunshots outside. I ain't going out to find out. So, so that's kind of what they're doing with. It's just like I know I'm safe here, and they try not to leave from the light because if you notice it affects Pokemon, it doesn't seem to affect humans. So yeah, so they're like, we don't want. It was like I don't want any of the pups from my pack to be affected by this darkness. So trips into the darkness are made at extreme caution and only when necessary. Pretty much to drive off anyone who might end up stumbling across the tree. So the last time we went out was to chase off Stoutland when he came into the woods looking for the berry. So it was like, yeah, no, you can't be coming through here. There will, yeah, yeah. No, it's not. It's not just aimless. It's not. It's not. It is. I can tell you as a gym, it is not going to be aimless wandering to find the quest. And I'll say there is a way to deal with the mist. It is not centralized in a certain, but there will be a way. There is a way to do. It. And I'll say the mighty unit will say when and I'll say when this I'll say when this is resolved. I'll say when this problem is resolved. I'll say we will. I'll say we will. The guardian will return. Until then, the ground will start rumbling as cracks begin forming in the ground between you and the tree. You can tell that the ground that you are standing on is starting to become uneven and is tilting in a direction that is leading you back towards the woods. As you can see, I'll say the tree and the landmass is basically starting to sink into the ground. Um, um, Sienna is going to say, I think it's about time we leave unless we want to fall into the ground. She's going to turn around and start running back into the woods. as the ground, I'll say, as this area where the light is shining is sinking into, I'll say, sinking into the ground, there is a mat, I'll say, you will see two large, massive hands. I'll say two large, massive hands resembling the hands that you saw, um, coming out. I'll say coming out of the ground as if it's pulling, as if it's pulling the ground down into the earth. Um, okay, so sorry, I was looking for a image. That's apparently there's no crater. Yes, it is not. Hmm. All right, sure. All right, I'll put it on here later. But as you guys are making your way out of the area and running back into the woods, you will see that there is, where the light was shining, there's now nothing but a large gaping hole in the earth leading down and leading down into a darkness that you cannot that is leading down into a hole so deep you cannot see the bottom. Um, the darkness is still kind of lingering around the edges of this crater. It still seems to be lingering around the edges of this crater. But with this gone, um, but with this gone, um, in this, I must say, with this darkness gone, in the sky above it, you will see something. You will see what looks to be what looks to be another floating landmass. I say it seems to be another floating landmass up there. Um, and looking at it, I must say, you do get a faint view of some dark energy that is pouring off of the side of it. Um, you could not see it originally because the light that was coming from up above was blinding it. with the light having diminished because the tree is gone, now it is far more visible. The darkness, I'll say the darkness seems to be pulled. From what you can see, the darkness does seem to be starting to pull upwards, not quickly, but it seems to be attempting to make its way up towards the island. She's going to, I'll say they're gonna, what's her face gonna look at us like, I'm assuming you don't exactly have any type of any flying types. I'll say, I'll say, I'll say, she's, I'll say, I'll say she's going, what's her, I'll say, I'll say Sienna's gonna say, okay. It's like, I'm gonna say, Sienna's gonna smile and she's gonna like, so am I finally gonna be useful? Well, well, to help, I must say, to help the adventurers, that is. Well, sometimes, I must say, sometimes with all the theatrics and the fighting you guys do, sometimes I feel like I don't do enough. So, she, I'll say, she's like, all I have to do is just take pictures and basically steal your guys' move sets. I like the way you think. She's going to pull a Pokeball from her hip and throw it out. And a large, majestic motherfucking bird is going to pop out as she starts petting her Pidgeot. You guys take care of me. And she's like, you guys take care of me. And I was like, no, she was like, I say, she was like, yeah, it was like he's like he might need a barrier too because he's been a little jealous because I used to ride him around all the time. I mean, we're all still linked, right? I mean, yeah, 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 that's what she's petting and also like it's kind of looking at you. It's like he's like he might be a little sore. He's like he might be a little sore because I used to be his primary ride, but then I ride you guys. You want berries, don't you? He's like, ah. He was like, see, he wants two berries, two berries. And I was like, yeah. And I'll say I'll say originally he was like, do I want berries? She was like, you want berries? He's like, I want berries. Yeah, well, originally he was like, sure. I'll say originally he was gonna be like, yeah, sure, I'll give you a ride. And she was like, no, you want berries for your ride. And he was like, I get berries? Yeah, you can get berries out of this. I want berries. He's like, yeah, boy, don't do anything. the Pidgeot will accept. I say the Pidgeot will let you all ride for the admission price of 2 berries. I'll say 2 berries apiece. Um, I'm gonna say she's gonna look over at Statler. She was like, what do you say? This is our home. Should we see it through to the end? It's like, and she's gonna say, well, guess you're stuck with us. Unless you're just gonna leave us here. It was, I'll say she was like, what she was like, whatever's up. It's like whatever's up there is eventually gonna find its way down here, and find its way down here. It's gonna find its way to the farm. If it finds its way to the farm, then it's our problem. Might as well nip this in the bud. While we got ourselves a nice big bird here. I'm saying some nice, handsome, strapping men. Uh, uh, she's gonna look over at Sienna. She's like, oh, and a photographer. Siena's just gonna kind of like narrow her eyes at her. I'm gonna say she was like 4 berries. Hey, and and with that, I'm not saying with that, um, with 3 trips, I'm gonna say with 3 trips, you are able to make it up. I'll say you guys fly up to the island. I'll say fly up towards the island. What awaits on this? I'll say what awaits on this rock? We'll find out on the next episode of Pokemon. Right? So I am. All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna go ahead and go there, and I will see you guys tomorrow for